What is he doing? He thinks Audre got a tip of some sort because they are watching it. Remember, they are watching it behind.
Right.
They're probably fast forwarding through commercials to try and catch up, but they are watching from behind. So that, this Frank Gore getting hurt probably would have already happened much earlier when they were at the lunch. But Audre tells Ruxin
that he's broken up with the other league.
He's broken up with the other league.
Yeah.
But Ruxin is the more volatile character of the group.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think they wanted Ruxin to know because they knew he would just kind of go nuclear with the whole situation. But the thing is that Ruxin is diverted from his anger.
Because Ellie shows up in the picture-in-picture in the baby's room.
Yes. And I'm not sure how Pete would know that
it was poop.
That it's poop.
In her hand?
I mean, it's just a little picture-in-picture.
Right.
But Kevin may have probably told him. I mean, we didn't get that.
We didn't
see that scene.
Maybe it was just that obvious.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But what's funny is like Pete's not really concerned. Like he's just kind of hanging out on the couch. Everyone else is mad. Kevin's mad at Ruxin for, taking the name Kale, and Jenny's mad at Ruxin for the Kale thing, and Ruxin's mad at Audre because he thinks he cheated with the Glen Coffee thing. And Pete's just kind of hanging out on the couch, and then he sees the whole thing go down where Ellie brings in her duty, Kale's duty, and gives it to Jeffrey and then touches him.
Yes. Finally, Jeffrey gets touched.
Finally, Jeffrey, his poop hands.
Yes. And then Sophia kicks everyone out.
That's right. And I think the last line, I didn't write it down, but I think the last line is like, well, we should do this again next week. This was great.
This league really is better.
And Audre is like, yes, you're right. This league is much better. Yeah. Because it's just volatile, right? Who wants to be in a league where you're praised at every moment?
As a mom, I'm wondering, okay, so you're watching your baby on TV and then you pause it to have lunch. Who's watching the baby then? No one. The kids were totally unsupervised for hours.
They did mention that Ellie had gone down for a nap at one point, right?
Right. But Ellie is 5.
Yeah, Ellie, she can manage herself probably. Well, she obviously was managing herself.
Yeah.
I think she's had to manage herself, especially on Sundays. She probably knows that, her parents
That's why she's playing with
out.
poop. That's it.
Why she's playing. Yeah, it's for attention.
That is it. That's it right there.
Yeah. She has no other toys to play with.
Right. I'm bored. What am I going to do? I'm going to play with my poop.
Yes, play with your poop.
Or any poop that I find.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the next episode. She does find a new thing to play with.
All right.
Yeah. And what's weird about it is actually Kevin tries to deter her of playing with this thing. It backfires on him, but okay. She does find something to occupy her time. I don't know why he should enjoy after her playing with poop.
He should be like, yes, I'm so glad that you've moved on from poop.
Now you've moved on and you got this new thing that you're doing.
Yes.
Right?
Thank goodness. No more feces.
No more feces.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to bring up is this house that Ruxin lives in.
It's very fancy. They have a grand piano.
Yeah. It's the same house. The whole series. They do not move. Pete moves several times, so at some point he's going to move out of that apartment.
Okay.
Audre moves several times. There's a couple. Well, he lives in 3 different places. Kevin and Jenny, we will see their house. I think it's the next episode. Oh my gosh, I should look this up. We'll see more of their house in So the next one, we will see more of their. We've seen their garage too. We've seen the MacArthur's garage. Their bedroom. But we'll see more of their house. But it's weird because they go into the season 2 and they're suddenly in a different house, and they never say anything about it.
Oh,
whereas everyone else, like Audre, they keep talking about, he moved to this place and he moved to that place, but for Kevin, like it wasn't a thing. And I assume they're just sets or probably houses on a lot. And who does this? Well, it's Fox, I guess. I've never been on the Fox lot. I think we went to Paramount and Warner Brothers. I did those two. So they probably just have some houses that they use on their lots, possibly. Or they own some houses in the neighborhood somewhere in LA. And I don't know.
But it takes place in Chicago.
I know it's supposed to be Chicago. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not.
Man.
I know. It's like
There's
the
no
Office.
authenticity.
Yeah. Like The Office, right? It's supposed to take place in Scranton, Pennsylvania, but it's very obvious Los Angeles because you see palm trees every once in a while. Like, what is happening? And you know that they're outside. It's probably like 80, 90 degrees and they're wearing coats because it's supposed to be December in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And they're wearing coats out in the parking lot. Like, it's probably super hot.
They probably got really smelly and sweaty.
Yeah, really stanky. It was a really stanky day on the set. Yeah. I don't know if they give IMDb, do they have set locations? And sometimes they give set locations, which is kind of cool. But I don't see any on this one. I don't see anything here. For the next one, which the next episode is named after the thing that Ellie likes to play with, her new favorite toy.
Oh,
and that episode, the episode is called Mr. McGiblets.
Mr. McGiblets. All right. Okay.
Elisha, you happy with this one?
Well,
Are you upset with this one?
With our podcast or with the episode of the show?
Episode 3. What?
I didn't love it. There was so much football.
There is a lot there.
So much I just didn't understand. And I was just like, this whole thing is about football and poop.
I'm looking at the summary for the next one, and I think you'll like it better than this one. There isn't nearly as much football, even though that there is a actual football player that is in the episode, but he just shows up in one scene, so it's not. And it's part of the. I'll have to explain the reason why there's an interaction with that.
Oh.
But I think that might be the only football part that I need to really explain. I think in the whole episode.
It's because Terry Bradshaw he's sending killers out to put Pete in his place.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Because that's his mortal enemy now.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think Terry Bradshaw is mentioned one other time in the rest of the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though that's his mortal enemy.
That would be more interesting to me.
Yeah. Maybe
if Terry Bradshaw became the villain of the show and Pete had to fight off different football players at every episode because Terry Bradshaw is sending people out to try to murder Pete. Different show.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's workshop that.
Yeah, let's workshop it. We'll work on producing it.
Yeah.
Maybe hire some writers.
Sophia
to help us put it together.
In this show, Sophia is a martial arts expert, and she keeps saving Pete's ass from all of the football players.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Yes.
She's the heroine.
What does Taco do?
And then also she makes really good food.
Oh, yeah.
Taco is...
I wanted that food. I think I was kind of hungry when I was watching. So I was like, that.
Taco is her sidekick.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And
he's just there to compliment her.
Right.
You got a nice
and then
butt.
like slap her on the butt. Yeah.
Get in there.
But she's okay with that. It's all right. Well, they slap each other on the butt.
Yeah. You got a nice butt, Taco. The relationship between Taco and Sophia is very. It doesn't. They don't sort of collide very often. I think this is kind of the first time that you see it, but there are other moments where the two of them. It's and Ruxin is always concerned. He always has that.
Well, I mean, it's
kind of
would
like
be a little uncomfortable.
Like, wait a minute. Like, hold on. Like, what is going on
with
here?
Taco's propensity for picking up the ladies? I can see why he would be a little nervous.
And he's already mentioned that, that he knows that Sophia, he outkicked his coverage, I guess, with marrying Sophia. He already knows his place in that relationship. So.
She is a beautiful woman.
She is very beautiful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought that when she was on My Name is Earl. Like, hey. There's ladies out of that.
Which is, she'd be even hotter if she was a martial arts expert.
She would. Yeah. Absolutely. We know she could do yoga at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got the flexibility part.
Yeah. All right, Elisha. We did it.
Well, flip flop. Little flip flop.
Flip flop. Whoop, whoop. I've always gone by several nicknames. Yeah, Phil, Felipe, Fallopian,
Posh Spice,
Posh Spice, Flip Flop, Philzy. Yep, it's all good.
All right, love you, little flip flop.
All right, love you.
Elisha watches the league. Elisha watches the league. Elisha watches the league.